And like you said, so building a casino with those other amenities, not just gambling, but like you said, like maybe a Vegas style show or a theater, those
Right.
kind of things, that will bring the non-gambler in as well.
Right, that'll bring my wife in. Because she, when we would go to Las Vegas, she was not interested in gambling.
Mm.
But we saw some of the best production values in entertainment in Las Vegas that we'd ever seen. And then in 10 years, Las Vegas went from buffets and kind of not very good food to having some of the best chefs in the world with named restaurants and an incredible dining experience. So I think the opportunity in Baltimore is to upgrade everything, upgrade the entertainment, upgrade the dining, upgrade the gaming. I think it'll be a fabulous experience for visitors and residents in Baltimore City.
Well, speaking of economic development, we're looking at National Harbor. That is an area that has been a centerpiece for economic development. Would a casino add to that? I mean, a casino and a table games, would that add to that?
Oh, I think it'd be a big advantage for National Harbor. Now, I don't have any interest in that project other than I was in the development business for decades, and I think the addition of a full-line casino in National Harbor will be a spark for that project, unlike anything they've seen.
Because we're talking the jobs, we're talking bringing
Oh,
more
yeah, a
people
lot
in.
more visitor market. I think you'll attract people from the area, and then I think you'll get out-of-town visitors coming in that otherwise you wouldn't attract.
Well, when you also talk about economic development, would you also, do you think, might attract like home building? Because I mean, I don't know if people would want to live
Well-
around the casino or developments like apartments or that kind of thing. Would that also expand out into the neighborhoods?
I think in Baltimore City particularly, there's the opportunity for additional residential development as well as commercial, because if you think about where this is located, the area adjacent actually has access to the water. So you could have residential that would be convenient for people that are working at the casino, that would also have a high amenity value. And this is going to produce thousands of jobs. Those people have to live somewhere.
Right.
It's a great fit for the mayor's initiative to bring new families into Baltimore City. These are jobs that pay $50,000 to $60,000 a year in total, so they're terrific jobs. And they provide training with one of the best employers in the country. I mean, Harrah's is often rated in the top 10 as a great place to work because they offer opportunity long-term for people not just to work here in Baltimore, but then they have a network of hundreds of other opportunities for people to see a career with the company.
Well, some of the criticisms too with economic development is people point to Atlantic City, for example. All the casinos came in there, development stalled for a lot of years. There's some development now, but it's still never what was promised.
Yeah, Atlantic City is a tough model because I think Atlantic City didn't have the infrastructure. It didn't actually have any economic development other than gaming, and there it was, the design was interdirected. So people would come in by bus, they'd go to the casino, they'd never leave the casino, and consequently, I think long-term, there's been an erosion of commercial values, and now you're seeing an erosion actually in the casinos up there. I don't think they've done well because they didn't connect to the community, they didn't provide a full experience. They were interdirected, they were dark, and I think they were an old model.
But this model is totally different because it connects with the community. I mean, you've got captive audiences coming into baseball games, to football games. So by connecting with the community better, you would improve the community.
I think it'll be a big, big addition to this whole segment of Baltimore City because I think you'll see the commercial development we talked about, the residential development, and then the visitor market I think will be substantially improved. So if we could get another high-quality hotel in that area, it would be a terrific amenity for the city.
But then I look at areas like, you mentioned the areas where they're out in the boonies, like is it Ocean Downs, Perryville?
They're remote. They're definitely remote.
They're remote or something like that. Table games might have a similar impact, you think, in some of those areas, or is that a specialty kind of thing?
I think those areas appeal to the local population more than anything else, and I think that table gaming will widen the market because it'll attract a broader segment of the market. But I think Baltimore City and probably the Prince George's project will be more connected to the urban fabric as opposed to being out in the flatlands.